So there are things to do. And when you're of service, or when you're being creative, or when you're taking care of yourself, watching what you're putting into your body, nutrition, hydration, mindfulness, service, creativity, and others, movement, nature, things that we know actually stabilize and bring us back to center, that each and every person can benefit from. The more of those things that they pour into their lifelong or into their lifestyle.
So you created the Creative 8, Healing Through Creativity and Self-Expression. Tell us about what that is.
So the Creative 8 was really when I noticed that when I'm being creative, when I'm doing that kind of sort of work or play, or let's call it more formally, a form of self-expression.
Okay.
I noticed that my symptoms, or my negative experience, my negative vibration experience of life, just dissipate and disappear. So while I'm doing art, or while I'm doing music or dancing or singing or drama or cooking or writing or gardening, that's the original 8. I notice that I'm a different person. And while that's happening, I no longer have those symptoms. I no longer have that complex. I no longer have the syndrome while that's happening.
Okay.
So I invite people to do a little bit of those things. It's just a minute a day, actually, just to activate those systems. Pick 3 of them. Maybe today you want to do art, music, and dancing. So you pick up a pencil and do some tracing, and you pick up, the same pencil, and you pound it on the table. And that's your music. And then you do some dancing, maybe in the bathroom or the bedroom or with your partner for a minute. And you'll notice that life takes on a new flair. The idea being that much of these things that we call mental illness are really in the form of communication breakdowns. Our incapacity to self-express and be heard is what we really want to pay attention to. We as humans want nothing less than to be heard for who we are and be appreciated and respected for who we really are. And I think, probably in the interactions with narcissists that you tend to focus on, and please excuse me if I'm not stepping too deep into your specialty here, you see that it's really about the communication lines that they have with other people from which the pathology really emerges.
Exactly. It is.
Yeah.
It is the communication. Okay. When I work with people who are naturally creative, and they are really at the pinnacle of the suffering from this kind of abuse, they always feel like they're stuck. They're like, Randy, I'm an artist, but I keep trying to pick up that brush. I keep trying to pick it. I just can't. And I go to the canvas and there's nothing, because I'm so blocked. I'm so consumed by the pain that I'm suffering from. But you're saying, like, with creativity, it could just be a matter of taking a pencil and just doodling or drawing circles or something like that. So it doesn't have to be a full-fledged action.
Right. Yeah. Doodling is a form of art for certain. And, the idea of being stuck is also a kind of a choice. I get it that it feels like you can't, nothing shows up and therefore you can't write, or nothing shows up and therefore you can't draw, or nothing shows up and therefore you can't sing. It's not really true that you're stuck. There's no stuckness ultimately. The idea is that you could, you can feel empty. You can feel like there's nothing in the tank, but it's simply not true that there's nothing in the tank.